I wanted to say thank you to Janet Mills, the Governor of Maine, for not politicizing Charlie Kirk's death and ordering the flags at half-staff in a state that is way overly politicized. I really did not expect this from you. I'm impressed. I appreciate it. And I hope we can all take some wisdom from this. Stop asserting ourselves as always correct. The Constitution was not written in a day. Without proper debate, without proper conversation, without proper disagreement, and without being able to say, you were wrong, I was wrong, we are wrong, how do we meet in the middle? How do we find out what's best for everyone? What is our moral obligation to each other? To our country? We must not let this go. I did not cheer when Paul Pelosi was beat. I prayed for him. I believe if you celebrated Charlie Kirk's death, if you found it to be righteous or just, that you need to start asking Jesus into your life, because, my friend, you are possessed by a demon. You are evil. And it's about time we stop being so quiet. If you are a believer, please join me. I've debated back and forth for a long time to talk about what's going on in Maine. I love Maine. I was born here. I'm going to die here. This is my home. I'm going to raise my kids here. Even with how hard it is to afford basic necessities, my kids are going to be raised here because this is the best state in the country. I love Maine. Generationally, I am from here. Generationally, my children will be from here. They will have history for hundreds of years in this state. This state is worth saving. So for a long time, I've been going back and forth. You know, I feel like I have something to say. I feel like I have something to put into the political commentary of the world, particularly to Maine, because I don't think enough people are willing to listen to each other. I think it's either extreme right or extreme left. You know, we're so divided here, and a lot of Mainers are not extreme. A lot of us are generational people that just don't want to struggle to pay our power bill. And I think I've just finally decided that it's time, in light of all of the horrible things that have happened, that I can't just stay silent anymore. And that none of us should stay silent anymore. And that we need to start speaking out about things that matter. We need to start talking about what actually plagues Maine, not transgenderism. Okay, we need to stop talking about that. We need to put it on the back burner. We need to talk about our electric bills. We need to talk about the inflated cost of living in Maine. We need to talk about the housing prices that far outpace our incomes. We need to talk about Maine's agriculture. We need to talk about getting the DEI out of Maine agriculture. We need to talk about our school systems. We need to talk about educating our children. We need to talk about things that actually matter. We need to bring Jesus back into our lives. We're going to stop all this nonsense and start coming together and figuring out how to work together and live together and fix the state before it's too late. I love Maine. And if you love Maine, I hope you'll join me.